Welcome back. Hello, hello. So we're on question 11 now. So hopefully kind of 10 made sense. Maybe you watched the video a couple times. I think the videos are pretty good. I've gotten lots of compliments from kiddos who literally have been out this entire time and they've gotten all homework in and they said, I just watched your videos and your videos were really great. So I hope that you give my videos a chance. It is me being, well, my very authentic, genuine self. I can't be anyone but me. So this is what you get, kids. You know this is the way I behave in class too. It is what it is, right? Miss Miller is definitely herself. I want you to be an original as well. Be you. That's the only thing we can be. Why be a copy when we can just be ourselves? Okay, so let's take a gander at number 11. I hadn't set this one up with you yet, so we're gonna set it up and then solve using the substitution method, right? Because these are not set up for eliminate. They don't vertically align. Although, I mean, honestly, you could tweak the question to force it to happen, but that's a lot of work when substitution method works beautifully. So let's set this sucker up. Remember, the key is looking for is, was, were, and will be. So the first equation, bloop, I got Joy is Tom plus 30. Did you get that? Cool. Next one, in 10 years. In 10 years, all of this stuff happen. So we have Joy will be twice as old as Tom. There's our will be. Joy in 10 years. Tom. So we got Joy and we got Tom. Remember, give it a little space. In 10 years, in 10 years, in 10 years, how old will I be? Well, I'm 52 plus 10. I will be 62 years old. Good age, good number. So that means it's in the future. So I'm gonna add 10 to both sides. Twice, I need to incorporate that as well. And don't forget your parentheses. Cool, I hope that was your setup. I'm gonna rewrite this one underneath because that's my preference. I don't know why, that's just always the way I did these, even in high school. And yep, I too learned this. This is not something we just invented to torture teenagers. No, this was around during my time in high school too. So I still remember Mr. Deegan teaching it in high school, at Dana Hills High School. Okay, so let's take a gander. So we know this is not set up for the eliminate technique because everything is not aligned and it looks cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So we know that's not gonna happen. But what we can do is use the substitution method where we take one equation and then jam it into the other one, okay? So Joy is this. Joy is also known as this. When I see Joy, I can think this instead. So I know that Joy is located right here. So instead of this J in the second equation, I'm going to replace it with T plus 30, okay? So instead of J, I'm gonna write T plus 30 because J is also that. Now I'm gonna drop the rest of the equation down. I'm not touching any of it. Just drop it like a sack of potatoes, okay? Perfect. So now all we've done is substituted or replaced Miss Joy for what we know about Miss Joy, which is also equal to T plus 30. My goodness, stumbling. I'm gonna remove these parentheses. Bloop, bloop. See you later. I'm gonna draw my line. My brain really likes that line. It really separates the two sides so I can treat them like little baby questions. And now I'm gonna try to simplify each side. So over here I see 30 plus 10. I know what 30 plus 10 is. It is 40. Now if you're a visual learner, you can throw that one on there real quick. Cool beans. On this side we have this beautiful little distribution question. Remember, distribution is just a fancy way of saying find the product. Multiply. 2 times t is 2t. 2 times that is 20. Make sure that you distribute to everybody in the parentheses, not just t, also to the 10. Otherwise, you're gonna get some crazy cuckoo answer. And remember, we're not gonna get negative ages for anybody. Everyone's gonna have a positive whole number age. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to be sassy pants. I'm making good questions. But I do want you to get the idea of the substitution method down. because every teacher after me is addicted to this method. Geometry, Algebra 2, Honors Algebra 2, Pre-Calc, Calc. I literally took all those classes. And you will never hear about eliminate again for some reason. No teacher, I like that method. That's why I teach it first. But every teacher likes substitution. I get it. But I think eliminate gets a bad rap. But if you got substitution down, every teacher is going to be stoked. So I'm going to rewrite this over here because I've clearly run out of room. Cool beans. Draw that line so we can see the two sides. Now, we're going to join forces, right? I have a T over here and a T over there, and they want to hang out. But they're on different sides of this boundary line. You're like, ah. So I can move this guy here, or I can move this guy here. It's up to you. However, there is one of them, if you're going to get a bunch of negatives. Ultimately, it will turn into a positive answer, but I try to avoid negatives as much as possible. Why? Well, I like myself. That's why. Path of least resistance. I try to go with the easiest technique that will support me being the best of myself, okay? And that is find where there's more T's and move the smaller amount of T's to this T, okay? So these guys need to join forces. I'm going to move this Yahoo over here. The opposite of positive 1T is a minus 1T. So we're going to subtract from both sides because whatever we do to one side, we do it to the other. Those cancel, because if you had 1T and you lost that 1T, you ain't got no T. Drop down to 40. 2 T's take away 1T. Oh, well, you got a single T. Or you could just write a T if you wanted as well. Drop down to 20. Bloop, bloop. Now we need to join forces here because they're like terms. I can't just go 60. You're crossing this boundary line. We got to do the opposite, opuesto, the opposite of positive, which is a negative. So 20 take away 20, they cancel. I literally got a T left. 40 take away 20 is 20. So Tom is a 20-year-old person. Nice, cool. And you could, by the way, write the equations in too. Obviously, I did not do that. But you could do that. Cool. And now we just need to find out Joy's age. Now, you can go back to what we know. Joy is Tom, right? Is it Tom? Tom's age plus 30 more. So 20 plus 30, 50. But if your brain doesn't operate that way, perfect. Let's write it out and do the math. Totally doable. So I'm going to use this second equation, the first equation. I'm going to drop in what I know about Mr. Tom, and Joy is 20 plus 30. Joy is 50 years old. It's a great age. I've been there, done that. 50 and 20. How'd you guys do? Good? I think I'll do one more on the next video, and then I'll just give you the answers to the last two. Okay? Good job.